susunod na programa ay rated PG. Patnubay at gabay ng magulang ay kailangan sa mga batang manonood.
Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. I am Joy Sanguelas, news anchor of HRDM F2021. 24 Patrol. We give you the best and latest updates. And for today, February 12, 2024, we bring you the topics for this week. Wages are the primary form of monetary compensations for employee and paid according to the amount of time by the employees. Distribution's method of wages depends on the employer and payer policies and other factors such as legal restrictions. Wages are generally paid bi-weekly and monthly, depending on the employer and employee's agreement. Salary versus wages. The essential difference between salary and wages is that salaried person is paid as a fixed amount for paid period, and wage earner is paid by the hour. Wages and salaries may be different in terms of amount of compensations received by the employee, and that most of the time, especially in other countries, salary is the term used for the regular payment by an employer to an employee for employment that is expressed either monthly or annually, but is paid most commonly on a monthly basis, especially to white-collar workers and managers, directors, and professionals. Wages fund theory. This theory was developed by Adam Smith 1723 to 1790. Wages fund theory held that wages depended on the relative amounts of capital available for the payment of workers and the size of labor force. Wages increase only increase in capital of decrease and the number of workers. History was based on the basic assumptions that workers are paid wages out of predetermined fund of wealth. This fund he called fund created as a result of savings. According to Adam Smith, the demand of labor and rate of wages depend on the size of the wages fund. According to this theory, therefore, trade unions cannot raise wages for the labor class as a whole. The efforts of trade unions to raise wages are futile if they succeed in raising wages in one trade. It can be on the expense of another, since the wage fund is fixed and the trade unions have no contract over populations. The next theory is subsistence. This theory was propounded by David Ricardo, 1772 to 1823. It emphasized the supply aspect of the labor market while neglecting demand aspect. Behold, the change in the supply of workers is the basic force that drives real wages to minimum required for subsistence. That is for basic needs such as food and shelter. According to this theory, the laborers are paid to enable them to subsist and perpetuate the race without increase and diminutions. This payment is also called as subsistence wages. If workers are paid less than the subsistence wages, the numbers of workers will decrease as the result of starvation, death, malnutrition, disease, etc., and will not marry. Then, wages rates would again go up to subsistence level. Since wages rate tends to be at subsistence level at all cases, that is why theory is also known as iron law of wages. It assumes that when they were paid more than the subsistence level, they might indulge employment and consequently their numbers would increase. And this would result in a low rate of wages. At yun lamang, our next anchor is Miss De Vera.
Maraming salamat, Miss Guelas. Ngayon, dumako naman tayo sa dalawang klase ng theory. Una, residual claimant theory. According to Francis A. Walker, residual claimant theory, after all factors of production or service have received their remuneration, the person or agent supposed to receive the left or residual amount is known as the residual claimant. Isang halimbawa dito ay kung saan sa isang kumpanya or sa isang firm ay may mga directly and indirectly na involved or engaged sa production. Una dito, halimbawa, ang laborers, suppliers, bondholders, and shareholders. So, dito, the firm owes a definite amount of factors to the laborers, suppliers, and etc. So, the residual claimant receives the remainder of the sum after all costs have been accounted. The residual claimant need to be the same person all the time. According to Smith, one of the profounder also hinted that the employers had greater bargaining strength than the employees. Employers have a better position to unify their opposition to the employees' demands, and employers were also able to withstand the loss of income for a longer period of time than could the employee. Ayon kay John Davidson, na ang oras at ang wage sa trabaho ay ultimately na nade-determine ng bargaining strength ng employers at ng workers. Na kapag ang mga manggagawa ay mas malakas ang pagbabargain, ang mangyayari, ang mga sahod ay mas tumataas. Ngunit, sa kasong ito, na kapag ang employer ay mas mataas ang bargaining, then the wages tends to be low.
Hello viewers, I am Rachela and here's our relevant information today. Marginal productivity theory. This theory was propounded by William Stanley Wickstein in the England and John Bates Clark of USA. A marginal productivity of wages is based on the marginal product of labor, also known as labor price wage theory. This theory states that under condition of perfect competition, every worker with the same skills and efficiency in a given category will receive wages that equal to value of the marginal product of the types of labor. The highlight of this theory is the relationship between the worker productivity and compensation. Based on other source, this theory has insightful points regarding the limitation when it comes to concept of fairness in the income distribution, while emphasizing efficiency between the wages based on productivity ng isang individual or employees. It doesn't address broader question of fairness in the income distribution. Hindi lahat ay nabibigyan ng tama na patas ng wages based on sa service na pinrovide ng isang individual at may ambag sa isang production na maaaring hindi palagi nakaayon sa societal notion of the fairness equity. Surface value theory. This theory was developed by Karl Marx in 1849 and 1883. This theory is based on the basic assumptions that, like other articles, labor is all the article that could be the purchase on a payment. Its price, example, the wages. Si Karl Marx ay kilala bilang philosopher, economist, and social theories. Develop a comprehensive critique of capitalism. According to this article, we'll explore Marx's theory to surplus value, its key, the principle, its implication for under dynamics of labor, a capital, and equality. Ibig sabihin lang nito, sa loob ng isang company or organization, ang mga employer o manggagawa ay nagbibigay ng mas malaking halaga or portion sa kanilang paggawa kaysa sa kabayaran o nare-receive nila which is ang kanilang mga kinikita. Ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng surplus value? It refers excess value generated by workers, labor over and above the value necessary to cover yung sarili nilang kabuhayan, meaning yung minimum level na kinikita ng isang employee or laborers para makabili or makapag-provide na kinakailangan nila para mabuhay. According to Marx, labor is an article or commodity which can be purchased on the payment of a price. The price of any product is determined by the time and effort needed to produce it. The labor is not paid on proportion to die spent, and the surplus goes to management to meet other expenses. Behavioral theory. Wages is the best motivators for workers. The wage must satisfy many needs identified by Maslow, Herbert, and others. Example of needs: physiological, security, and food and shelter. Based on the research, studies, and action conducted, some behavioral scientists have also developed theories of wages. This theory is based on elements o needed ng isang individual regarding sa kanilang wages o salary in terms in job satisfaction. Employees' consideration on money or wages as salaries as motivators that result in effective performance for employees. Many behavioral scientists, notably industrial psychologists and sociologists like Marx, Simon, Ruby Dubin, and Jacks have presented their views on wages and salaries on the basis of research studies and action programs conducted by them. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you'll be successful. At narito si Mr. Sario para iulit pa sa atin na ibang topic. Mr. Sario, kamusta ka dyan? Any updates?
Okay, thank you, Miss Laas. So ngayon, iuulit ko ang tungkol sa incentive scheme. Incentive scheme, a program that managers or other company leaders can use to motivate and retain team members. Incentive schemes can take a variety of forms, including prizes or rewards, special privileges, public recognition. So, the incentive schemes are an important part of an organization to maintain the efficiency and satisfaction of their employees sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng prizes or rewards, special privileges, and public recognition. Mas nagiging motivated ang mga empleyado na magtrabaho ng mas better and stay longer with the company. For instance, pwedeng magkaroon ng isang incentive schemes kung saan ang mga employee na nagtatrabaho ng mahusay are given rewards such as bonuses or privileges. Susunod ko namang iulat ay ang tungkol sa Productivity Incentives Plan. And Productivity Incentives Plan, a formal mechanism to encourage commitment to productivity improvement and to share the gains therefrom. It is a result of an agreement between labor and management that is flexible, negotiable, and voluntary in nature. The Productivity Incentive Plan is an important agreement sa pagitan ng mga workers and management that aims to encourage appreciation for improving productivity. In order for the Productivity Incentives Plan to be effective, ang halaga na magkaroon ng clear goals and criteria. It should motivate workers to work better and deliver results that improve organizational productivity. For instance, is giving bonuses to workers who achieve productivity targets o pagpapabudi sa work practices. Ang sunod ko namang iulat ay tungkol sa types of incentives plan. Una, ang compensation incentives. Compensation incentives, they are usually given in cash as compensation for loss, damage, or hardship. Compensation incentives may include performance-based insurance, profit-sharing schemes, and stock options. Number one is performance-based incentives are usually given to employees na magtrabaho ng mas mahusay and reach company targets. The second, profit-sharing schemes give part of the company's profits to employees. Magpapakita ito ng recognition of the employees' contribution sa company's success. Number three is stock options give employees the opportunity na humili ng mga stock at a discount. This is a way to show the company's trust in employees and maengganyo silang magtagal sa company. Appreciation incentives. Appreciation incentives are important in maintaining high morale at pagkakaisa sa isang company sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng mga fun and privileges to employees. Nagkakaroon sila ng chance na mag-relax at mag-enjoy kasama ang kanilang mga kasamahan. Number 4 is reward incentives. Reward incentives are important to retaining customers and growing your business. Sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng incentive, mas nagiging maligaya. More customers become happier and employees are more motivated, resulting in a more successful business. So, dito na po natatapos ang aking pag-uulat. Ang susunod na mag-uulat ay si Miss Almonina.
Premium system. A system for paying workmen in which the workman's hourly rate is guaranteed and a premium. as a percentage of the hourly wage, is paid for doing the work in less than the standard time specified. Ang premium system para sa pagbabayad ng mga manggagawa ay ginagarantiyahan ang isang hourly rate para sa mga worker. Ngunit, nag-aalok din ng additional compensation, also known as premium, kung ang work ay natapos in less time kaysa sa standard time. Nagbibigay ito ng incentives sa mga worker na kumpletuhin ang mga gawain efficiently and effectively dahil mayroon silang pagkakataong makakuha ng additional compensation beyond their base pay. BEDOC's Point Premium System. Each operation or job is expressed in terms of so many standard minutes, which are called BEDOC's points or Bs. Each B represents 1 minute through time and motion study. This method ensures time wages to the workers and has the novel feature of distributing the wages of time saved among worker and foreman. It serves as a strong incentive for workers for improving their performance above 100% of the standards. Ang BEDOC's Point Premium System ay nagbibilang ng mga gawain sa BEDOC's Points or Bs na kumakatawan sa standard time na tinutukoy sa pamamagitan ng time and motion study. Ang mga worker ay tumatanggap ng mga oras na sahod base sa mga puntong ito na may natatanging-katangian ng pamamahagi ng mga nakasave na sahod sa oras sa workers at foremen. Ang sistemang ito ay nagbibigay ng incentives sa mga worker na lumampas sa level ng standard performance dahil maaari sila makakuha ng additional compensation para sa pagkumpleto ng tasks. Formulation of Incentives Plan. Monetary incentives plan do motivate employees. There is considerable evidence that installation of such plans usually result in greater output per man-hour, lower unit cost, and higher wages in comparison to the outcomes associated with the straight payment system. Ang pagbubuo ng plano ng incentives ay nagsasangkot ng pagdidisenyo ng isang sistema where monetary rewards motivate employees. Ang ganitong mga plano ay ipinapakita upang i-boost ang productivity, bawasan ang cost sa mga unit at dagdagan ang sahod kumpara sa mga tuwid na sistema sa pagbabayad. Some of the more important specific guidelines for developing incentives plans are: number 1, ensure that efforts and rewards are directly related. Number 2, rewards must be valuable to the employees. Number 3, rewards must be clearly identifiable. Number 4, methods and procedures should be carefully studied. Number 5, easy and understandable. Number 6, effective standard. There are 4 under the effective standards. Una, standards are viewed as fair by the subordinates. Pangalawa, they should be set high but reasonable. Number 3, they should be specific. And pang-apat, they should be complete in all respects. Number 7, guaranteed standards. Number 8, hourly base rate. Number 9, clear policies and rules. Number 10, consistent rewards. Number 11, prompt rewards. Number 12, affordable incentive plan. Number 13, additional reinforcement. Number 14, minimizing frictions. And lastly, number 15, employee participation. Diyan lamang kayo at ang susunod na mag-uulat ay si Miss Yago. Magbabalik ang 24 Patrol.
Babangon tayo, susulong tayo, babangon tayo, susulong tayo.
Magbabanat ng buto, todo-todong pagkakayod. Dahil pag may tinanim, tsak na may aanilin. tanim na kape ay bibigo. Sa tulong nyo di susuko. At ang pagbangon natin ang gigising sa mundo.
Babangon tayo, susulong tayo.
Dahil ang pagbangon natin ito ang gigising sa pangarap mo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo.
Babangon tayo.
Bagong Nescafe Classic from Nestle.
Thank you, Miss Almoninia. Nandito ko ngayon sa North Signal para iulat ang susunod pang mga topic. Fringe benefits. Fringe benefits. The additional benefits offered to an employee above the stated salary for the performance of a specific service. So, ang fringe benefits, ito ay ang dagdag na benepisyo bukod pa sa sahod ng mga empleyado sa isang company in terms of non-monetary na ibinibigay ng mga employer sa kanilang mga empleyado. And fringe benefits are often non-mandatory, which means may pagkukusa or in will ang mga managers or boss, director, or any other employer na maibigay ito sa kanilang mga empleyado ng walang sapilitan. And they often do this to make the employees stay and be satisfied sa kanilang trabaho. And ang mga example nito ay transportation benefits, gym membership, or educational assistance, at marami pang iba. Para mas mabigyan pa ng highlight kung ano ang fringe benefits, is i-compare natin siya sa statutory benefits na required or what we call mandated by the law in a specific jurisdiction. So meaning obligated yung mga employer na ibigay yung mga benepisyo na yun sa kanilang employees. Examples of these are medical insurance, pension, paid leave, maternity, paternity, or 13-month pay, or sick leave. Incentive plans, also called incentive compensation plans, so is a type of employee compensation structure that uses certain rewards to motivate team members to work harder and have specific goals. So itong incentive plans is meron siyang mga parts kung saan mas nabibigyan ng recognition para makapag-stay ng matagal yung mga employees sa company, bukod pa sa salary na natatanggap nila. When organizations are putting together the strategic plans, to do this, it involves strategic objectives. Itong mga strategic objective na ito is kailangan in line siya sa mission and vision ng isang company. Ang mission ay yung mga steps na tatahakin natin para marating natin or makuha natin yung vision na kung saan na-view natin yung kakalabasan natin in the future. Financial objectives are usually quantifiable and measurable, such as reducing costs, increasing revenues, or optimizing returns. So, itong mga financial plans na ito is long-term objectives ng mga ibang organization or company, kung saan meron silang specific year or years kung saan makakamit nila lahat ng ito. At may siniset silang objectives para magawa yung mga yan. And then, for the non-financial objectives naman, ito yung mga more likely non-profit organization or non-government organization, which is not into profit sila. But still, meron silang mga objectives na siniset. Overall, all of the topic that I've tackled has an impact talaga sa mga day-to-day life ng mga employees. Ginagawa ng company itong mga perks na ito to make members or staff happier and stay longer in the company. For employers, this is a best method or effective method to attract potential candidates and also keep their current employees to work efficiently in the organization.
And then, as the result, yung organization or yung company, syempre, makaka-expect sila ng more improved performance among those employees. For employees naman, syempre, masasatisfied sila. Magkakaroon sila ng more work engagement, employee engagement, magkakaroon sila ng employee productivity, employee satisfaction, mas ganado sila, excited sila sa ginagawa nila, nag-i-enjoy sila, and the result, madami silang magagawang trabaho. And in the end, makakontribute to doon sa mga siniset na goals or objectives ng isang company. At yun lamang, ang next sub-anchor is Mr. Gumbao.
Good day, everyone. A promotion policy has set up guidelines that define how, when, and why an employee is eligible for a promotion. The company's human resource team develops these guidelines to provide specific measurements, goals for employees to qualify for a promotion. Promotion policies are meant to clarify any pay adjustments, title, and responsibilities that change with rank and job category. In other words, it's a roadmap to career growth for both employees and organization. Purpose of promotion policy: to clarify pay adjustments as related to a rank and job category. A promotion policy guarantees that only the most qualified employees advance the higher position. Generally, these guidelines outline the criteria for determining who qualifies and who deserve to advance to higher positions within the organizational structure. Scope of promotional policy: this applies to all employees who qualify for a promotion. A promotion policy comes into an effect after an employee is eligible or complete their 3 months onboarding phase and is not on any performance improvement plan. And the policy elements: we will promote any employee based on their performance and workplace conduct. A promotion policy details how employee get promoted and what qualification are needed. Thank you so much. This is Nader Kumbao reporting.
At dito nagtatapos ang ating mga quick updates ngayong araw na to. Nakatutok, 24 Patrol.